What's up traders, welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach. We will be doing a live trading session, live analysis. This is early, just before London session, at the end of the Asian session. So we are starting with a great day, as you know, that as you have seen last night or whatever time you are during the news, there was a huge movement in the market. Now we see a clear direction. That is what I was talking yesterday during the New York session, live trading session, New York time, and the market did. In fact, there was a lot of manipulation and false breakout. You have seen that on gold as well. Gold did exactly as I expected. It just has broken up. You can see that, and then came back down. So now at this point we have seen a direction in gold and all the pairs. So we just now waiting for some retracement to happen, the price to do the correction as required, and then we will find trading opportunity. That's awesome. We already had a couple of trades going on and there will be more. So with that said, let's begin this awesome day. Before I begin this analysis and trading session, make sure guys you smash this like button and also use the live chat. If you have any question, whatever pairs you are trading, let me know. I will try to give my opinion, and also make sure that you also do your own analysis to find the best trading opportunity, as this channel is dedicated to help as many traders as possible all around the world. So let me look at first of all guys, let me look at the gold, how it is doing. Now gold, as I mentioned, let me do the full analysis on gold after the market condition changes. You see that after this doji, gold in fact created a very strong manipulation. You see that this leg here, big long candle. Now this candle in fact a very important. If you look at this, the pattern here, you can see that there was a long wick candle. You can see that this, and the price came back down again, went above, so created this pattern here. And with that pattern, what we have seen that gold created this very long wick candle during the news announcement. So what I think that, let's look at bigger picture, monthly perspective. We see that on the monthly perspective, in fact on the monthly, gold has penetrated this resistance level. The very important level of resistance has been penetrated and then again rejected. So as you can see, this is a long-term bearish market. If you look at every month, gold was creating series of lower high. Okay, so series of lower high and lower low, and then finally gold has managed to break this monthly level of support zone that I always was discussing in all the analysis. Now see, every time the time is passing, gold is creating lower high and lower high. The previous months gold created this lower high. Okay, now this month we see that it is creating another lower high. We have seen primarily very strong rejection. What I think that, I strongly believe that this high will be respected, and in fact gold might drop from this level. So before we sell short on gold, let's find out what is the point that we can sell gold short. The reason is, in fact, gold, if you closely look at, you see that once it will break, we could see a strong breakdown. So looking at the weekly time frame, weekly perspective, gold has gone up, which is as expected, almost crossed half of the week. Let me look at this one here. So crossed the half of the week and then rejected. Now it has tested the upper part of the candle. Okay, at least we can expect now gold come back to this trend line or even break this and then continue to drop. Okay, so let's see now daily. Okay, go back to the weekly again. What we see that gold, in fact, long-term trend is always respected. Keep in mind guys, long-term trend is always respected. We see that gold has, after the previous weekly bearish candle this week. The price has gone up now, has broken down. What I think that it might have a massive drop. Okay, we can see, could see that melting down. Looking at the daily, okay, so on the daily perspective, this daily candle in fact is a very strongly bearish candle. Why? Because you see there is a bullish engulfer on the daily time frame, and the price has crossed almost 2-3 days high, grabbed the liquidity, and then closed as a bearish engulfer in this downtrending market. Okay, creating a lower high with that. So then where we can expect selling gold? For me, I think that the price will come back again to the daily 20 period moving average. Okay, and from that zone we could see potential selling opportunity based on price action confirmation. Let me draw all those levels that possible for the gold to come back. Now looking at the intraday perspective, yeah, I think that the best place now for us to wait to see, this is what happens when you see a false breakout or manipulation like that from a trend line. You will see the price again come back to the trend line again. Okay, so with that said, what we could see that gold in fact has come back again to this trend line, okay, which is a very important level. And from that zone with this 20 period moving average, I think that we'll see another rejection here, okay, along this zone, and that is where we will be selling short, keeping the target here, entry around here after the rejection, stop loss above, and that could be a good trade. For me, this is the hot zone that I strongly believe that gold will come up again to this level to test this trend line, which is local trend line. Okay, because gold will not keep this long wick unchecked. Very important this to see that the price, I'm not gonna sell short from here at all. I need to see proper retracement. The price came back here. Okay, now if you take Fibonacci for this candle, what we see that this level that I'm talking about is in fact also the 61.8% Fibonacci level. Exactly in that level you can see that. So that is the point that I will be waiting for gold to come back to this trend line, okay, to test this reversal pattern. Okay, also this trend line is the local level of previous support turning resistance here. Okay, this is the, so that's the margin point of area of value that I will be waiting for around, let's say 16. When it will cross 1650, that is where high probability short setup will come on gold. Hopefully that you are enjoying, guys. Make sure you smash the like button. Everyone, smash the like button. And also, if you're new to the channel today, or even if you're old but you didn't subscribe, make sure you press that subscribe button, guys. It's very important that you do that so that you don't miss out. You see that every session I post something, live analysis, educational content that is really valuable for your trading, so that you can grow and develop as a trader. Trader Boomer, good morning, sir. Good morning, Trader Boomer. Thank you very much. Best news. Hi, coach. Good morning. Hi, coach. AUD CHF. We'll look at it. Sender. Good afternoon once again, Sender. Thank you very much. Jane. Good morning, coach. Jane. Thank you very much. Haidar from Pakistan. Thank you, Haidar. Chadrick, good morning, Chadrick. Haidar, sir, lots of good signals today. Thank you very much. Very good, Haidar. Thank you. You are awesome. Yeah, we close one with Eurusdjpy. Okay. There is a news. There is a candle close coming. We closed some around 30-35p profit on Eurusdjpy, and yeah, Gbpusd is running in profit. So we'll look at more in the coming times. We'll look at more and more good signals as well as education, guys. If you want to learn our strategies and also trade with us in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy. You can find a link in the description, and also you can find a link at the top of this chat which is pinned. You can join us. There is a discount going on. I'll tell you to take that advantage. So let's look at, that with that gold, let's look at all other pairs that is giving us a trading opportunity, including Aussie dollar. You see that Aussie dollar also going up with that long wick candle. Now all those pairs will have the same analogy as gold. What I strongly believe that this price action, this trend line will hit, the price will hit this trend line, which is the local trend line, and even it could come around half of this long wick, as you know that NFP coming. So let's look at the news calendar to know that when is coming the trading opportunity. If we look at the calendar, if you're completely new in trading, this is a free website where you can find the news announcement. If we look at the Forex factory, we see that 6:30. So tonight, 3rd of November. Okay, so we have already we have seen that NZD news is released. USD already gone. Now tonight, this evening 6:30 p.m. CHF news is coming. Okay, CPI. And 11 p.m. is GBP news is coming. Okay, so GBP is very, very important today. As you can see, quite a few high impact news is coming tonight, and tomorrow is NFP. So make sure, guys, you don't miss any of them. And also tonight USD news coming, okay, at 1 a.m. Sydney time, which is also tonight. And tomorrow is NFP. Guys, NFP is awesome. As you know that last NFP we secured a big trade. So if you want to be part of that NFP, you can join us now. This is an awesome opportunity. So let's look at now, that means the GBP pairs. Let's look at GBP first, and then we'll look at other pairs. So GBP USD, guys, you see that that's what I was waiting for, this manipulation. So this happened. After this manipulation, you can find good trades. The price already has crossed this zone to the upside, huge liquidity grab, and from this resistance we have seen that GBP has created this big long candle. Okay, so it's a giant bearish candle. If we look at the 1 hour chart, we see this narrow doji. Now where is the best place for selling GBP? Let's do full analysis, and then we'll look at in fact how we can trade GBP USD. All right, so first of all, looking at the monthly, guys, you see that this is the monthly chart. As I told you in all my analysis, the previous month's candle, this one. Okay, now GBP USD is a long-term bearish price action. You can see long-term bearish, very, very strong bearish price action. Now every month was creating series of lower high and lower low. Okay, now the previous months we saw this narrow candle, narrow green candle, which is in fact a very, very weaker response from the buyer in comparison with the seller. Okay, so that means that as the upper part of this monthly week, this zone has been tested. Let's look at this area here. And as you can see, the price already tested the upper week of the monthly. Now it is highly likely that GBPUSD will come back down to test the lower part of this monthly zone. So we could potentially see a drop on GBPUSD. Now where we can sell, let's draw all this possible resistance level. Now this one I have drawn is because this is the monthly opening and closing is very important level. Okay, So let's go to the weekly now. We have seen on the weekly, this is the opening, this is the monthly opening and closing, so which is a very important level of resistance. Let's look at now daily. All right, so on the daily, you see first of all there is a daily doji here. This is the yesterday's candle, which has in fact a huge drop with a strong bearish candle, bearish engulfer. The price came back to this daily 20 period moving average, now going up for retracement, which is very important, needed. So daily perspective, in fact Gbpusd is bearish. If you look at all those daily candle, what you see that series of lower high has been created, but with that series of lower high, one clue you can see yesterday has a false breakout. So that's a sign that it grabbed liquidity from this top, preparing for a drop. Now intraday perspective, guys, this is the main thing that we need to look at. See, this zone is where the daily and monthly resistance zone. This level I have drawn is a monthly resistance. Go back to monthly. See, this is the monthly opening and closing, right? Weekly, there isn't much. Daily, it's a daily opening and closing. Now let's move that one little bit on the daily perspective. Go to this resistance here. Okay, now go back to 4 hour. You see where there is a daily 4 hour 20 period moving average. Now if we draw a trend line here, with that what we see that in fact this is the zone that highly likely that British pound US dollar will come back here, and that is where I will be waiting for a potential short setup, keeping my stop loss above this manipulation lag. Even 1-to-1 will be a very high probability trade setup. Smash the like button now. So this is the zone I have given exactly point where there is a day or 4 hour 20 period moving average around 1.1480, and this is the zone that very good for selling, which is that testing this trend line, testing this monthly resistance, crossing this monthly opening and closing and high, and also daily opening and closing. From that zone we can expect a rejection, and that could be a very important zone for selling British pound US dollar. And definitely I'll be selling, because if you draw this channel on Gbpusd, you can see that pattern here. You see that, and what I think that after going there, okay, we have seen a false break, it will come back down again, so it might do something like that, and at some point we could see a breakdown like that, okay, and along this zone then we could see a reversal again, okay. So that how the market moves, and we have to adjust with that. So now for selling in this that falling channel, it has created a false breakout, means it will drop further, but to sell we need it to go to the top of the channel, okay, and from there we can sell. All right guys, so make sure everybody smash the like button. Thank you very much, and also make sure you check it out, subscribe, so that you don't be a part of this all the time. Peter Matogi, check on GBP and ZU, look at it. Abraham, thank you very much, Abraham. What did you think GBP news coming? Okay, we'll look at it. Tijal, good afternoon sir. Tijal, Christopher Bay, good morning Christopher. Sherry, thanks boss for the video on gold. Thank you Sherry. We'll try to do more and more content for everyone to help. Thank you very much Sherry. Good morning coach from Nigeria, good morning. So every day, the time yesterday, the time you have seen that new video on gold, after almost in New York session, we'll be releasing every day that time also some content. So make sure you press that like button and also subscribe to the channel. Good morning coach, watching from Zambia, thank you. Here is a good signal, 640 here, good signal. Mr. Jim, yeah, thank you very much, thank you, awesome. Good morning sir, coach Simon, yeah, Since, can you look at Gbpusd? Yeah, we talked already Gbpusd, so let's jump on to other pairs. Let's look at, okay, so we see 10 minutes later we'll see a candle close. Let me look at AUD one of you asked for AUD. So you'll see that all those pairs in fact behaving almost in the similar way. So this is Aussie CHF. Okay, this is the monthly price action, guys. You see that Aussie CHF, AUD CHF is a long-term bearish market. If we look at the weekly, we see rejection here. Okay guys, so I just take a 30 minutes break from you. I'll come back in 30 minutes. Just 30 minutes. Don't leave me. Come on, 30 minutes. Alright guys, I'm back. Right, thank you very much for your patience. I'm back on the track. So let's see Aussie CHF, and then we'll jump on one by one. Now look, Aussie CHF, if you look at the weekly price action, what you see that you see there is a weekly doji here, pin bar. Look at this one here. Multi-time frame is very, very important. So with that weekly doji, all right, we see that the price came like that, and now respecting the high of the weekly doji. This is the high of the weekly doji, and this week we have seen the price gone up, and what we could potentially see that this level, this resistance here is being respected. Okay, we could see a lower high has been created, and what I think that Aussie CHF will come back down from here. Right? So looking at the daily, we see that on the daily perspective, the price action if we closely look at, we see that first of all there is a strong rejection here and then rejection here. Okay, so now these today, as after dropping to this level, we have seen the price is going up, which is okay because we need that. Now let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so now for Aussie CHF, what I think that Aussie CHF will do, you see there is a 20 period moving average and also back to back 2 long wick candles. So it will move along this trend line. If we draw both of them, this is the zone that Aussie CHF is likely to be respected. So what I think that the price will go up again. Okay, we'll test this level, this previous support zone. Okay guys, this is the previous support zone here. Okay, which is will be tested as a resistance, and if we see a rejection, we can expect to sell Aussie CHF, but we need clear confirmation as this is a structure is still bullish. Okay, we need to see proper retest of this because it looks like that it is consolidating for long period of time, right? What we need resistance here, turning support here, and then testing as resistance, and then to continue to drop. Okay guys, so yeah, we'll be waiting for a potential bearish setup in this zone if we find any opportunity for selling. So yeah, look at Aussie pairs. So Aussie CAD, Aussie CHF, same way. Aussie yen, let me look at all of them. So Aussie dollar, as I mentioned, AUD USD is exactly same as the GBP USD and gold. We see that there is a huge manipulation during the news, which is expected. Grab the liquidity. Now we can see the direction. See, manipulation is needed to see the direction in the market. So what is a manipulation? How many of you know what is manipulation? Let me know in the chat so that I know exactly how you guys and girls are understanding these things, so that I can explain more, because I need to know where you are so that I can give you what you need exactly. So let me know in the chat how many of you know what is in fact a manipulation, or what you gain from that manipulation, or what you can use manipulation in your advantage. Okay, so in the meantime, let me look at all the pairs that giving us trading opportunity. I'll look at one by one, but let me see you guys how you are understanding this. Good morning, coach. US oil. Yeah, look at US oil, and then I'll come back again to discuss this. US oil, you can see that we had good trades US oil this week. First of all, let's look at the monthly. Okay, on the monthly, as I mentioned, US oil after the previous month, it is bullish candle. This month the price came to a zone. Let me look at, see, upper part of the week, exactly half of the week came, and then we see that the price has come half, and then we see rejection. What I think that we might see a drop on US oil again, and then we'll come back again. That's how the market moves. So monthly perspective, we see that US oil currently facing a resistance. You see this long monthly candle, this middleman on the monthly, which is turned as a resistance for this move. Okay, we see that US oil facing this resistance, so we might see a backward move. On the weekly perspective, after this bullish candle this week, the price gone to this resistance. It could push up little bit to the 20 period moving average. So let's push it to the 20 period, and let's look at now daily. Okay, now going back again on the weekly, see that in fact the price created an inverted head and shoulder. So monthly we see possibility for drop, not guaranteed. On the weekly, we see that it has in fact created an inverted head and shoulder. So on the weekly, it's kind of bullish. Looking at the daily, okay, so on the daily, you see the nicely the price, a bullish engulfer followed by a doji, 20 period moving average and 10 period separating from each other nicely. So on the daily, it is bullish. Okay, so bias now looks is bullish. The reason is bullish engulfer in the direction of the trend, local trend, series of higher low, as I mentioned before, and then we have seen that there is a middleman. Okay, so with that middleman, now looking at the intraday, we see that, okay, so the price action for me is bullish, but where do I buy again US oil? Okay, we closed our trades, so where do we buy US oil again is if I see that US oil has dropped to this level, okay, tested this 20 period moving average, then we will be considered going long on US oil. Okay, now according to our trend following strategy, US oil buy signal, we bought once here, we closed to it full profit. The other one we bought again, we couldn't close the full profit, but you close break even. So you had both trade gone in the same direction exactly as predicted. Now this one again, if we want to take US oil buy position, for me I need to see that US oil has broken down here to this 20 period moving average, and from that level I'll be considering going long. Once I see that US oil has tested this dynamic level of support zone, and from there we can consider going long on US oil. So as long as the price action confirms. So the price action to me is still bullish. You can see that series of higher lows has been created. The trend is still up. Okay guys, so in gold, sell received a high quality team of buyers entering, therefore we are selling. Very good. Yeah. Chart, coach, why are you using 10 and 20 EMA, not 20 and 200? Coach, why are you using 10 and 20 EMA, not 20 and 200? Okay, good question. Okay, the reason I use 10 and 20 because I'm a swing and day trader. Okay, if I use 200 EMA, let me show you 200 EMA. Let's see if I put 200. Okay, the EMA. Okay, if I put exponential moving average, and then if I choose this one, right? If I choose the value input 200. Okay, so now how often I find a trade? Okay, this is the first thing. Look how long this EMA has not been tested. Now if you go to the 5 minutes here, you might find some trade or based on the strategy, but the way I trade, you see that 200 EMA has not been tested for ages. Okay, so it doesn't bring any value to me, firstly. Secondly, let me delete that. Okay, secondly, I just need to delete that one also. Too many EMA. Okay, secondly, 10 and 20 period moving average combining really create a very good trading environment. Okay, see, since I started trading, maybe after 1-2 months, I learned this secret. Whatever EMA you are using, that's fine. 200 EMA, 50 EMA, some people use 100 EMA, no problem. Every EMA works. The only thing is what you are using, use it for a long time. So what happened, why I use is, after looking at chart days, months, ages, now based on how this 20 period and 10 period moving average behave, I understand the price. Our brain is the most sophisticated machine or the device in this whole universe. Whoever you are, your brain has billions of neurons all the time firing together to create a pattern, to recognize a pattern. There is literally an universe inside the brain. So what happens, let's say, when I look at an EMA with combination of 10 and 20 EMA with the price action, I understand that which way the price will go. Because see, all the time it has in fact a way of separating each other. Okay, a way, there is always a pattern it follows, combination. Let's say, for example, how smoothly, let me show you here. For example, here, how how it is bending, okay, how it is bending also give me a clue either the price will be bullish or bearish. How the 20 is strong or it's like a cable falling down. What do I mean? Let's say this one here, you see this part of 20 and 10 EMA, okay, and look at this part of 20 and 10 EMA. When the price is here, let's say here, okay, in this price I will never be bullish. The way the 20 EMA formed, the shape tell me that this is an old 20 EMA now. This zone is older, so it's gonna break down. And see here, it has in fact broken down. But look at here, when I look at here, let's say here, see the way it has touched the price action, I understand that it's gonna go up. You see that in our strategy also it's a buy signal and also buy signal. Both of the trade that we have taken was profitable. This one we closed with profit, this one we closed earlier due to the news. So you might say, okay, then how do I know that? That's what I'm telling you. We have a specific strategy that's follow the trend following strategy that you can understand this, and also experience, okay, the way they behave. As I told you that when you look at something, same thing for an extended period of time, you become familiar with it. That is why I told you yesterday, secret of everything is not quitting and repeat the same thing. Let's say today you use 200 EMA, tomorrow 50 EMA, and next day 100 EMA, or maybe 1 month this, 1 month that your brain will get confused. Since I started, I always use 10 and 20. Still I use 10 and 20 and I will use for the rest of my life. So it becomes easier for me. The goal is to make money, right? Either it's a 10 EMA, 20 EMA or 500 EMA, doesn't matter. The only matter is that I understand it and I know which way the market is going, when to buy, when to sell. That's it, isn't it? Smash the like button if you like this. If you don't like, also smash the like button. We'll have more and more to share with you. So we see a candle close. Let me look at all those and then we'll see which way the market is heading. Let me look at all the pairs, guys. We see Aussie yen, Aussie dollar. Okay, so Aussie dollar created this candle. What I think that I want to look at a retest. It will go up again. I strongly believe it will retest this resistance as a resistance, this support as a resistance, and then we can expect a kind of pip destroyer. Thoughts on Aussie dollar? Yeah, Aussie dollar thoughts on. So in Aussie dollar, what I think that this is the resistance here, okay, on the intraday time frame, and this is the support here, okay, like this. So Aussie dollar is likely to go up. What I think that it will test this zone here, will create a bearish price action, and then what I think that will drop. So this is the zone that I will be waiting for a potential setup, because there is a long wick and it will go up to in a pullback to cover some of this, to test this trend line, and then we can expect a drop. Morning coach from Johannesburg, Benjamin, thank you very much from joining from Johannesburg. Mahmoud, hello, what's the win rate for the trend following strategy? Incredible, Mahmoud. Look, the beauty of trend following strategy is holding a trade for long time. See, look at this one here, Aussie dollar trade that giving you buy signal. Now if you keep a high risk to reward, let's say a 5 times risk to reward, okay, you can easily expect a bigger profit target. So instead of win rate, always look for profitability. There are 2 points. One is win rate. See, win rate is not relevant. The relevant is how much, like what I can say that ROI, return on investment, is very important, because win rate is, let's say, if you take a 10 trade, you lose 5, let's say you lose 5, you win 5, that's a 50% win rate, right? But what is the risk to reward for this trade is very important. Now, if I tell you, if I see, every strategy comes like that, with an 80% win rate, you can't take more than 1:1, okay? 1:1, you have to close 1:1 to maintain 80% win rate. But if you come to, let's say, a 40% win rate, you might be able to get more profit on it. So it depends on what is your risk to reward. For a trend following strategy, you can maintain a bigger risk to reward. That's the beauty of any kind of trend following strategy. And I'm a trend trader, okay? I do reversal, I do everything, but I love trend trading, because if you trade trend, you'll never bend, okay? You'll never be a losing trader over the long term, because trend trading is the most profitable trading strategy you'll ever find in everywhere. And all the people who are successful in trading, they're in fact trend trader all the time. Okay, let's look at now. Gbpusd is still stuck. Will it go further down than our TP? I think so. Gbpusd is stuck. I still think that Gbpusd will drop. Okay, we are still in profit. Let me look at the one that we opened here. It's not this one, okay, anyway. So Gbpusd, yeah, I think that see, multiple times Gbpusd has grabbed liquidity here, created a series of lower high. This one was another that notorious manipulation. After this strong manipulation, it should have dropped, but it created another manipulation. So multiple times. Now you see this candle is forming. I strongly believe that Gbpusd will drop, and it may drop a lot, because quite a few manipulation dodges formed, and I strongly think that Gbpusd will drop. Okay, if you look at daily, is bearish here. Okay, I think at least it will come back to the daily 20 period moving average. As you can see, there is a daily candle that is also bearish engulfer with a lower high and lower low. Now it will just drop. I'm pretty confident now, as I told you, that anything can happen in trading. Weekly, monthly, long-term bearish. The price is now on the monthly opening and closing, on the daily, and on the 4 hour. It is, to me, it's bearish. Let's see what happens. George, good morning from Lebanon. Can you do gold for us, please? Yeah, we'll look at gold now. We looked at gold and we'll come back again. Okay, so gold, this candle is going to close in 45 minutes. Let me look at gold, how it is doing. Okay, so what do you see that? Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, the best place to, first of all, the directional bias to me is now bearish on gold, because you have seen that there was a manipulation, okay, in the during the what I called FOMC, and if you look at bigger picture monthly, we have seen in this long-term bearish market there is a rejection from the monthly resistance level on gold. Looking at the weekly, weekly perspective also, there was a bearish candle, followed by this week we have seen gone up, created a lower high with the previous weekly high and rejected. Now it has prepared for a drop. Now looking at the daily, there is a daily bearish engulfer with this daily 20 period moving average. You see that it grabbed the liquidity. Okay, now I think it will go up again during the news or any other time, and it will in fact move along this trend line either from this daily opening and closing or testing 20 period moving average, and then we can expect a drop. So with that said, let's adjust this one. That could be a very good place for selling gold. What I think that it will go up, will test this level, and from that zone we could see a drop. I don't think that gold will leave without unchecking this long wick handle, and that could be a place when we see proper rejection, then we can go short on gold from this zone. And I think that it is what it is doing. Gold will move from here to the downside. Coach, do you use EMA as a support resistance? Yes, Chad, I use EMA as a support and resistance, absolutely. In fact, EMA is a best support and resistance. It's a dynamic support and resistance. Okay, see, I'll show you something. Look at the US oil daily. When you see that EMA is being respected, it's a very, very good place for buying and selling. Look at this one here, US oil. See daily chart. You see that how EMA has been respected. Nice looking resistance. Every time the price was hitting this, EMA is being respected every time, except the how many trade. So EMA, because if you draw a trend line, you will never be able to connect all those points in the right place. Okay, but when you use EMA, it acts as a dynamic support. Even here also same thing, you see. Even in the gold also, look at the gold daily, you see every time the price is going there nicely, you see how it is combined with the 10 and 20, giving you a clear direction in the market. See from here exactly when it crossed, separated, nicely drop, nicely drop, nicely drop. Okay, so that's a huge advantage understanding this. So EMA, in fact, the same thing here, you see same thing here. So EMA is a dynamic support and resistance that I use all the time. Now looking back to the gold again, guys, you see that gold in fact now about to break this daily support level. See, with this bearish candle, what I think that gold is, if gold break this level of support zone, guys, we might see after NFP or before NFP, I think that we'll see a massive drop on gold. Okay, or completely opposite direction. So there is a probability for drop now, because the price already came to this zone where it is just about to break this support. You see that this is the daily support zone, and yeah, I think if it breaks the support, it will just continue to drop. Okay, yeah, so we need a proper retest. First of all, you see that first of all the price has created one reversal here, which has tested, okay, on the 4 hour, created another reversal here, has broken down with this bearish candle. Now we need a proper retest of this neckline and also this one together. So we need both support and resistance to be tested. One is here, okay, on gold, one is here, both. And this point, if the price only tests this level, then I will be selling, keeping my stop loss above this high, and I will target 1 to 2 like that, and I will send the same trade to our students. Also, if you want to learn our strategies and also trade with us, you can find a link in the description area. You can have all the trading tools that we are using, and also learn our strategies, trade with us. Enormous value that you will find in this Forex Trading Wizard Academy. So let's look at Favor Shipalani. Good morning, all of your NZD/USD. What's your thought? Okay, let's look at NZD/USD. Where's NZD/USD? Okay, NZD/USD. Alright, so all those pairs almost behaving in the same way. Looking at the monthly, guys. Okay, NZD/USD long-term bearish market. You can see that every month the price was creating series of lower high and lower low. After the previous monthly close, this month we have seen a rise, breaking this monthly high. Now we have seen a rejection. What I think that now from here we can expect a drop on NZD/USD. At least we can say that it should come back to this level of monthly support zone. Why? Because in a strongly falling market already we have seen a retracement on the monthly, and we have seen another push up. Now we can expect a drop. Weekly we have seen back-to-back bullish doji. Now we saw a rise from that level. We can expect a drop absolutely. Looking at the daily, okay, so daily perspective we have seen a doji on the daily perspective. Now what I think that the price will go up again, probably will test the resistance on the daily, and from that level we could potentially see a rejection to the daily 20 period moving average, as you know, at least. Now on the intraday perspective, on the 4-hour time frame, we see that NZD/USD already created a long wick candle. You see that rejection. It's a clear manipulation. Now we can't trade that big candle directly. Not a good idea. You can trade, but not a good idea. What I think that the price will go up again, will test this resistance again, probably will create a higher low with this or a lower high with this, and we'll have another rejection. Once we see that rejection during the news, highly likely will happen. From that zone we can say we can sell, and NZD/USD might changing its trend for this. You see this is the local uptrend. I think that it will change this uptrend to the downtrend and will come back to this support zone again, and we can take that advantage when we see, especially this long week need to be tested properly. The price needs to come here, probably will create a short week. If I give you an example, something like, what can I do? You see that when you see a long week, another one goes up to create another short week. So whatever way, as I told you that nothing is guaranteed in trading, as I told you it may not go there, then how I will be approaching. If I see wherever in the retracement, if I see a strong rejection, let's say even from here, if I see a doji like that, yeah, I will be selling, right? Let me give you an example again. What do I mean by the, go to the US30, you see that, not US30, NAS100. You see there is a doji and then drop. So when you see, did I see this candle? Okay. You see this doji, and then after little false breakout, we have seen a drop. Now looks like a smaller drop, but if you consider this smaller stop loss, it is in fact a big trade. Later it gone up for a manipulation. So yeah, that's how I have to wait for the price to go up to test that level, and then we can expect potential shorting NZD/USD from this zone. Shwagesh, sir, could you take a look at EuroCAD? Yep, we'll look at it. Thanks coach. USD please debit. Yep, we'll look at it. So let's look at EuroCAD and then USD. Okay, so EuroCAD. Look at the monthly. Okay, so EuroCAD monthly, this candle closed as a doji. What I think that this month also the price will go up and down, might create another doji. So to do that, the price might come down and again will go up from this monthly support and resistance. Looking at the weekly, EuroCAD in fact in a very sideways movement. Now, if we look at the daily on EuroCAD, we saw double doji. Okay, double doji, and then lower high, higher low. So today, after market open, we have seen a little bit of retracement. Now we can expect EuroCAD So I think that it's sideways movement, but at some point we could see some upward movement. Probably will test this 20 period moving average, and from that zone we could see a drop. But EuroCAD for now short term bearish. Okay, but we need to do it from a very important level, around half of this wicks of the candles on the 4 hour. From here we could see a drop probably to this level of support, and again we could see a rise. So EuroCAD for me is bearish. Okay, let me look at the USD. Okay, looking at the USD, so we see that first look at bigger picture monthly. Okay, we have seen a monthly kind of dodgy or middleman. From this support on USD, we have seen buyers came in. So looks like as the dollar getting stronger, USD also showing some bullish move. Weekly also little bit bullish. Looking at the daily, we have seen that a daily bullish candle has been formed. Let me look at the 4 hour. Okay, for USD, like all other instrument, now look at this 4 hour candle is telling everything. This one is a manipulation candle. It has a liquidity. Now, like all other USD pairs, what I need to see that USD came to this level again. Okay, especially half of this long week, highly likely the price will come back again. This is the 4 hour time frame, and from that zone I think that USD from this zone, as soon as we will have a rejection from this half of this long week, we can consider going long on USD, keeping the stop loss below this low, take profit 1 to 3, risk to reward could be a good trade. Okay, so with that said, guys, I'm sure that you guys are enjoying. Thank you very much, and I'm also almost at the end of this session. I sincerely believe that this live session was helpful to you. I'll come on live again on New York session, as you know that like every day we do. So make sure you press that bell button, subscribe to the channel, and also like this stream. Thank you very much where you are watching from. I really appreciate your support to the channel, and also if you want to learn our strategies and also receive trade alert in private Telegram channel, learn our strategies, and also have all the trading tools that we are using, trading education. If you need, then you can join us. You can find a link in the description area for Forex Trading Wizard Academy. There is a discount going on, and also there is a link at the top of this chat, website link. You can visit the website. If you have any question, you can use the live chat in the website, or you can email me. Thank you very much. With that being said, I'll see you soon. Happy day, and also